Has your home or one you're responsible for insuring been empty for more than 30 days? This is common when a home is up for sale, between tenants, undergoing renovation, if you're away on long holidays, or when someone has gone into care. In this video, you'll learn the key things you need to know about unoccupied home insurance, including the policy conditions that most people only find out about when they make a claim. I'd recommend watching it in full, but if you're short on time, you can speed up playback using the settings button in YouTube. When arranging insurance for an empty home, the challenge you will find is that it's not the same as buying standard home insurance. Insurers typically view an empty home as a much higher risk, and the availability of cover and policy conditions will vary significantly. Firstly, if the home is already insured, you may find that the existing insurer is not helpful. They may not wish to continue cover once they know the home will be empty for more than 30 consecutive days, although some insurers may offer up to 60 days, which is more common for higher value or let property. You can find out how long the home can be left empty for in your policy documents. And if they do continue to offer insurance, many will only offer basic fire, lightning, earthquake and explosion cover, and will likely apply new policy conditions which can be difficult to comply with. But one thing worth noting is that all property insurance policies have a change of risk condition, requiring the policyholder to notify the insurer within 7 days of any change to the risk, and failure to do so can void the policy. So be careful. The moment you know the home will be empty for longer than the insurer allows, you have 7 days to tell them to avoid being uninsured. The challenge you will likely encounter next, if you haven't already, is that many unoccupied home insurance policies available are on the same basic fire, lightning, earthquake and explosion cover basis I mentioned, with policy conditions that may not be clear and that could catch you out when you need to make a claim. Comparison sites are unlikely to help you either, as most, if not all, do not compare unoccupied home insurance online. This is due to vast differences in policy cover across the market, making it difficult to compare. But this is where a specialist like Insuristic comes in. We have developed our policies exclusively for Insuristic, so you won't find them anywhere else. And we only work with A-rated insurers, so you can buy with confidence. Arranging cover online only takes about 2 minutes, and we've made the whole process easy, with lots of information and guidance throughout the quote process, so you're unlikely to get caught out in the event of a claim. For example, underinsurance is a common issue for homeowners, which according to rebuildcostassessment.com affects an estimated 80% of UK homes. The concept of a building sum insured might be new to you, as many standard home insurance policies provide blanket cover. And if you get this wrong, it can result in a significant financial loss for you. For example, if you insured the home for $250,000 and the cost of rebuilding it is $500,000, the most the insurer would pay is $250,000, leaving you to find the additional $250,000 to reinstate the home. If you had a smaller claim, the insurer is likely to reduce it by 50% in line with the amount of underinsurance. So it's important to take the time to get this right. It is common for people not to know the cost of rebuilding a home, which is not the same as the market value. So if you don't have this rebuild value, we can instead quote on the number of bedrooms, up to 4, and then provide a blanket $750,000 of buildings cover, which, provided this is sufficient to rebuild the home, is a straightforward way to avoid underinsurance. If you still have contents in the home that you wish to insure, we can provide cover up to $30,000, but keep in mind that the single article limit for items is £1,000, which is common across the market and excludes cover for high theft attractive items like jewellery and collections, so be sure to put those items in to save storage. You can choose from 3 levels of cover: bronze, silver and gold. Bronze is our entry-level cover and is comparable to what you'll often find elsewhere online. It covers claims resulting from damage caused by fire, lightning, explosion, earthquake and aircraft, plus up to $2 million of property owner's liability. Silver builds on the bronze cover, adding in damage caused by storm, flood, impact damage and weight of snow, plus accidental damage to sanitary fittings and underground services. Lastly, gold is our most comprehensive cover, adding theft, malicious damage, and subsidence to the cover available in silver. It also includes escape of water up to £3,500 per incident. And if you do have a leak from the home's pipework or water tanks, up to £1,000 during any one period of insurance to trace the source, and up to £750 towards any increase in your metered water charges. Now, here are 3 policy conditions worth knowing about, and these apply wherever you buy unoccupied home insurance, not just with us. Let's start with property inspections. Many insurers require visits every 7 days, often documented in a written report, which can be difficult to comply with. After all, many people don't know what to put in a report, and a written report doesn't provide clear evidence that someone actually went to the home. The insurer will often need you to prove all inspections happened and when. We never want you to be caught out by the inspection condition, which is why we've designed this to be much easier for you to comply with. Firstly, the home only needs to be inspected once every 14 days, and it doesn't have to be you. Anyone with access to the home can do it. Secondly, for each inspection, all you need to do is take one photo of the front of the home with a mobile device and one photo of any room inside. As the photo will automatically include the time and date it was taken, you can clearly evidence that the inspection condition was complied with. We don't need to see these images, just keep them safe in case you need to provide evidence for a claim. Next, you need to know what to do with the utilities. While the home is unoccupied, you'll need to turn off gas and electricity at the mains, unless they're needed to power a heating or security system. This reduces the risk of fire and explosion, which are risks for empty homes. You also need to be aware that an escape of water is the most common cause of claims for empty homes, which is why many insurers exclude the cover altogether. If you buy our gold cover, we can provide you with cover for any one escape of water incident up to £3,500. As you can imagine, during winter, the risk of burst pipes increases. So during the period of the 1st of October to the 31st of March, the insurer will require you to do one of 2 things. Either drain the water system completely or keep the heating running at a constant 15 degrees Celsius with the loft hatch open. Outside of this, we do not require you to drain the system or keep the heating on. There will be other conditions to be aware of, so please make sure you read your policy documents. Don't worry if your home is a little out of the ordinary. Perhaps it's in a poor state of repair, a listed building, in a flood or subsidence area, the buildings are high value, or you need more than £30,000 of contents cover. We can still help. If your quote does refer for one of these reasons, our underwriters will get in touch with a tailored solution. So there aren't many empty homes we can't cover. If you need to make a claim, you won't be dealing with a call centre. You will have access to a dedicated UK-based claims manager who helps manage your claim on your behalf from start to finish. You can call the claims team 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They can provide you with advice, liaise with loss adjusters, and help you negotiate a fair settlement with the insurers. If your situation changes and you need to cancel early, provided you haven't claimed, there are no cancellation fees, and you'll receive a pro-rata refund for any unused time. That's quite rare, as many of our competitors charge a cancellation fee and often don't provide a refund for unused cover. If you want the peace of mind that Insuristic's specialist unoccupied home insurance cover provides, get a quote today. It will take you a couple of minutes to buy a policy securely online.